Willkommen, bienvenue, and welcome back to MHC with Lyte. And today I think we're going to move into the Nether permanently, I think. So we're going to hop back down here and see how we get back in here without dying. There we go. We're going to hop back through the portal, grab pretty much anything of value, and we're just going to move into the Nether. Because I don't think there's really anything on the surface that I really want. Here we got mushrooms, we've got lava falls, we got everything that I really want. So we're going to come in here, grab the things we need. Now, crop growth in the Nether, not wise. So we're not going to bring the crops. We'll bring the string, not sure why. Maybe. Gold, redstone, wood, sand, definitely. These, if we want to decorate with them. Bring some of that. We don't need to bring the netherrack with us. Is there anything else we need or don't need? We don't need rotten flesh. We don't need to bring random spare pieces of wood. Okay, we will need to bring our crafting bench. We've only got 2 pieces of wheat sitting here, so we're not going to bring those. We'll bring the furnace, and we'll chop down this tree. Because we need as many oak saplings as we can get our hands on. We'll bring this with us. We'll bring this one as well. Quite a bit of dirt. Probably shouldn't need too much more than this. 25 should be enough. And if we have to come back, we can. But I'd like to avoid it if possible. We want to bring all the cobblestone for tools, because we're not going to have iron after our iron stuff runs out. Okay, that should be good enough. Let's bring our furnace. And that should... Ooh, but we need room for 2 different types of mushrooms. So what do we jettison? There is gravel in the Nether. I don't see what I'll need it for, so we'll leave that. We're going to want to pick up quartz on our way. That's a lot of cobble. I don't think I need that much cobble. And we can always make more slabs. Okay, now we go. We're going to want to pick up quartz because it'll be a fantastic decoration block. So if I recall properly, there's some down here. Now you don't get a whole lot of it. And even with how little we get, it takes 4 of those to make a block. Thankfully, I have a feeling we'll be decorating mostly with slabs. Okay, back this way. We're going to go back up to the surface and find mushrooms. We want mushrooms, mushrooms, mushrooms. Not to be confused with badgers, badgers, badgers. Okay, here we are. Go up and get ourselves a decent view. So we got a nice lava fall, but this probably isn't where we should call home. Mushrooms. Well, at least a mushroom. What do we see? We see more mushrooms over there. Let's go over there if we can. Up and over is probably the way. Let's pick up some quartz since we don't hear any ghasts. We have to always be ready to run. Possibly from gas, possibly from lava. There's so many things that can try to kill us. But no creepers. There's no silent death. Either you do something to cause it, or it makes a noise before it tries to kill you. Or you accidentally punch a pigman, and it's all over. Okay, we hear a ghast. It could be anywhere. So let's start moving towards the mushrooms. And we get tons of experience, but we're never going to be able to do anything with it. Because I did look up what things you can get from Nether Fortress chests, and there are no books in that. So if we were going to do anything enchanting-wise, it would have to be in the overworld, finding the stronghold. Okay, so we got brown. Quite a few. But we can find diamonds in fortress chests. So we should be able to make ourselves a diamond pick if we find a good haul. And we do have a second iron pick, which is good, because we were going to do quite a bit of mining, and we still have a significant amount of iron left. We're pretty well set for tools. This should go pretty well. So long as we don't fall in lava, punch a pigman, or anything like that, and we still need to find a nice patch of red mushrooms. Okay, so there's another patch of brown. How many brown do we have? 11. How do we get down there? This is almost the way. There we are. Oh, there he is. Okay, so we hide for a little bit. Maybe sneak up on him. This is a very dangerous spot for this. So we should just get ourselves out of here. Okay, we do not want to build with dirt. Okay, so almost 9 minutes in, hiding away from a ghast. Could be worse. Let's eat this apple so we can keep running. But I don't hear him anymore, which is good. Red mushrooms! Woo! So there are enough mushrooms around that we should be able to eat well for quite some time. Yeah, quite some time. Once we set up a halfway decent forest, we'll be able to have apples and mushrooms. see what's over this way, because this way has been pretty good for the mushrooms so far. How are we doing? Only got 9 red ones, though. So we'll have to keep our eyes open for more red mushrooms. Oh, fortress. And a red mushroom. Let's see. Are there any other red mushrooms about? There's a nice patch over there. So let's go get those mushrooms and then see what the deal is with this fortress. Because that is actually a nice place to set down roots. Nice pre-built structure, protection from ghasts, probably has some decent loot in it. With the wither skellies, if we can get them to drop, like, if we can get bones from wither skellies, or occasionally you'll get a regular skelly spawning in here, then we should be able to grow big mushrooms, because I never did get any bones. There's nothing here. So let's come down the end of this hallway and block it off. Let's see. We got a chest here, so let's just put some stuff in it. Pick up that and close the door. We are now perfectly safe, because if any blazes come by, they can't shoot past this barrier. Wither skellies will walk up to it and have no problem just standing there watching me. So we've got ourselves a nice little place. And then we can start expanding it and spawn-proofing it, and yeah, it'll be pretty good all around. So let's start making this place feel like home. I already put my crafting bench away. So, crafting bench, furnace. We had a flower pot, we could plant things and make it feel like home. Step 1, we need a door. We don't really need 3 doors, but that's fine. And there we are. Easy way in and out. Step 2, plant some trees. We need to keep them away from fire, but there's no fire around us. Good. Let's plant a tree here, and here, and here, and here. Now the trouble is, the nether is always darker than it seems. The light here has a much greater effect than in the overworld. So even places where it's 0 light, it's always still pretty bright. Let's actually plant a birch as well. Now everything should be far enough away. There's plenty of space above, so they should be able to grow no problem. We'll eventually plant the rest of it with additional dirt, but for now that should be good enough. We won't need the shovel much. We're not going for soul sand. Let's see, what else were we gonna do? Oh, right. What I kind of want to do in this place is tear up the floor. We've got plenty of iron. We can do it using the iron. I want to tear up the floor and replace it with slabs. But not just nether brick slabs, because it's kind of hard to see the nether brick. So what we're going to do is tear this part up just a little bit so you can see. and my pick ran out anyway. So we come in here, take these, make ourselves some slabs, and then take the quartz. Let's save a couple, just in case we want to make a comparator for some reason. And then take these and make slabs out of those. And what we're going to do is make a nether brick and nether quartz tiled floor. So when you're walking along, you can actually see where everything is. Really high contrast, really quite lovely. And completely unspawnable. Nothing can spawn on these slabs. The nether creatures don't care about light levels. No matter what light levels you end up with, anything will still spawn. I'm pretty sure. There are certain things that might prevent it. So in the case of blaze spawners, lava will prevent them from spawning in adjacent squares. But if you've got a space big enough for a ghast will spawn. Unless it's bedrock or half slabs. And here we are. A nice little tiled floor. Just enough slabs for this one hallway. So in future episodes, we're going to go out and collect more quartz because we're already out, such that we can tile our floor and make this place even bigger. We might eventually explore more of the fortress itself. For example, there's a chest right over there. Let's open this up temporarily. And it's got gold and horse armor. Meh. Not too impressed. Hello, little buddy. Do you want in? You're a little zombie big pigman baby. You might be allowed in. So in the next couple of minutes, the last couple of minutes of this episode, we should make some bowls and make some soup. Good old mushroom stew. Bam. Takes up a lot of space, but fills up a lot of hunger. And we got 12 red mushrooms, so we should be pretty good overall. So we've got 2 minutes. Let's open up the door. Hello, door. Open. There we go. Apparently the pigman was causing trouble with me opening the door. Yeah, let's leave the door closed. Now we need more quartz and more red mushrooms. So we're going to do a little bit of an exploratory mission. Try to get those two things. It's a generally peaceful place in the Nether, except for the occasional ghast. And in the fortress, you've got some bad guys that could get you. But if you're careful, you got those wards up, nothing's really going to cause you a bad time. You just can't get complacent when digging. Because any block could have lava behind it, or under it, or over it, I guess. So like that, could have had lava behind it. But in general, you either want to just back up, or dig one down, and the lava will fall, and you won't have any problems. The biggest difficulty I think people would have is finding your way back. We're not used to such monochrome surroundings. We're used to greens and blues and browns and all sorts of fancy things around us. So when it's just red for miles, it's hard to know which way you're supposed to go. Navigation becomes problematic. So most people, and me included, will just plant down a marker that doesn't fit. So when you're over there going, ooh, lots of quartz over there, you can be like, oh, okay, cobblestone is the way home. And it's been 20 minutes. That's my episode. I'll stand here under my tree and say, I will see you in the next episode of MHC with Lyte.